I was born in 1945 during World War II in Chiba, Japan, first of two children from my parents. My parents are both medical doctors, and my father worked at the Naval Hospital. However, due to the effects of the war, my parents were forced to move to various places when I was a child. My family finally settled in Tokyo when I was 5, where I started my primary education. I first heard about Elizabethtown College from one of my parents' patients. It was he who encouraged me to study at Elizabethtown College. My first glimpse of American life was his stories, and I began to understand the viewpoint of Americans trying to understand Japanese life. On May 12, 1963, I took a boat from the port of Yokohama to sail for 2 weeks to San Francisco. I was 18 years old and did not know much English. I then flew to New York City and took the Amtrak to Lancaster, where I was met by my American mother, Mrs. J.W. Heisey, in Reims. When I greeted her, I was in tears after the stress of traveling alone. During my stay at Elizabethtown College, I was fortunate to cross paths with many excellent professors, such as Professor Henry Liebhardt and Professor Carl Ziegler. After graduating in 1967, I married my husband Yukimori and spent some time studying at Stanford University. In 1994, upon the visit of President Gerhard Spiegler to Japan, I was asked to serve on the Board of Trustees. It was during those years that many significant steps were made. Approval was given for the establishment of a Japanese major degree program, one of the first of its kind. One of my dearest friends, Professor Mahua Bhattacharya, has taught this program for many years. While I was on the board, I invited President Theodore Long and his wife Betty Long to Japan to meet President Yukiyasu Sezai to establish the Agreement of Student Exchange Program with Nihon University, the largest university in Japan. Since then, hundreds of students have gone on exchanges between the two countries. To help the needs of students to study abroad, I created the Kyoko Utsumi Akanoma International Study Fund. I gratefully and humbly accept the Educate for Service Award. I feel I could not have accepted this award without the support of my fellow academia, the Board of Trustees, and the Alumni Association in Japan.